my rose bush is taking hold. It's prettier in the back, but once we get enough continued sun, it'll start pushing out in the front here, which was the back. But that's how I'm making it fuller. So that's taken, which is good. Don't need to do nothing with that right now. Still haven't thought of a color to go with that, but I will. And I had to bring my starters out here on the front porch. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, Sunday, which is when we were going to try and get the furniture in the house, but it's going to be another week delay. That's fine, but I have to start moving stuff out of the garage so we have room to put the stuff in the garage, inspect it, clean it before it actually goes in the house. And Doug's got to get his tools out, which are in front of the stuff, put those in the garage temporarily. But I've got my little workstation here, and I planted me some more yellow onions, a couple cups there of oregano that I had left, because those were the dead cups. I got like 4 or 5 more in the garage. So that's what I mean. If any of these don't really take off real good, it's not going to matter because I got enough of them. So we got the garlic chives down at the end, and these are the onions. And then the beefsteak tomatoes and the cherry tomatoes. Now some of those might have gotten mixed up a little bit, but you know, it's not going to hurt nothing. I'm going to have a tomato garden and then a garden for everything else. And then I've got my cucumbers and squash and herbs in the back. And it's by the water hose. I don't ask for much. So that'll just make it a little easier. Plus they'll get direct sunlight now, which they really need it. So I got that done. And I gotta pull some weeds out here. Doug's looking for my stone to go in here because it's cheaper to buy bulk. So we're gonna put some plastic or something down here to help kill the weeds. And I just pulled some of them, a bunch of them, gave them to the chickens. I want to get like that white stone, you know, those little, like a 1-2 inch stone just to throw in there. To give it a little bit more curb appeal, and then I can get me some nice big pots and put some of my herbs in the front here. May put some flowers out here, but I don't really want the bees around the house. I want them over by the garden, so I think I'm just gonna stick with herbs and stuff out here. But that's where I'm at, and with grass coming up from where we had to plant seed for the final inspection, so that seed's coming up. It's going to be, you know, it takes like 2 years to get everything exactly like you want it. But at least I'm seeing green, which is going to help with the mud when it rains. And I think that's about it. Doug's got to mow down my garden before we get the beds built. So all that's going to be mowed down and cleared out. And that whatchamacallit saw thing's got to go. Unless he wants to just leave it on the side there, and I'll just use that for my plant table. And then I got stones down through here to show them don't be weeding over here. Here's where the sunflowers are. So that's basically Heather's sunflower garden there. So this has all got to be taken down, and then I'm going to have 2 huge beds. I may need 3, but I'm going to start with 2. And if I have excess plants, I'll just have to throw them in the ground this year. And then next year I can do a better job of stuff. And all this weed, this got to be all cut down. It's just been raining so much, we haven't been able to get out here and mow and stuff. Doug's been working 7 days a week. So, delay. Guess you can either work and pay the bills or stay home and starve. And we got a lot of the lumber here and some lumber down there, so we've got everything to build the beds with. He's got all the stuff he needs to build the front gate here on the front porch. And then we've got to let this cure some before we paint it, because that's treated wood. That's why we have not painted the railings yet. So those will all be painted white to match the trim. And then I'll get some colors out here of stuff. So we'll see where that goes.